The front and plan views of a cylindrical chimney on a roof are drawn. So that's a round, and it's on a sloping roof, and one looks at 45, one looks at 30. From the views, construct the end elevation of the chimney showing all hidden detail lines. So I'm looking at this to see where to start. I've got my front elevation, I can see where they're hitting the surface. I've got a plan view. So my first reaction is to break that up into 12 equal parts, 60-30 set square. Starting one. I'm going to number them. I'm then going to project down each one to where they cut onto the roof of the front elevation. Right, I've got point 1 down here, point 1 on the top of the cylinder, and 1 dash where it meets there. 5 as the nearest does, so it's 5 dash 1. Down that line, 4 dash 2 dash, and 3 on its own. Which basically means that's nearest us. So what I've done is I've drawn those lines on the surface of the cylinder. So all we have to do now is project across each line in turn to give us where they meet, and we'll get some sort of shapes down here. I like to try and visualise it first. I'm looking there and I'm going to see a curve. I'm going to construct an abatement line with 45 set square. Centre line is along there already, given to you. The centre line's here. I'm going to project that up. Where they meet, I'm going to make a mark. And I'm going to draw a line. Because it's third angle projection, that aims in towards the front elevation. So I'm going to draw an abatement line there. And I'm going to just pick up point 12 first. Now I'm not going to draw lines all over because we have to draw a surface development here. So all I'm going to do is just draw some of the where they actually meet the curve. Line 12, 1, I'm going to project those down. So point 12 at the back is down this line somewhere. Where we look here, line 12 down there, so along that line. So where that line meets line 12, we've got a point. I'll just highlight it with a circle. So our first point is 12, working round point 1, somewhere down that line. There's my 1 there, along this line, and and so on. 2 is down there somewhere, line 2 along there. Line 3 on the centre line, and along and that's the front curve, what we see looking in that direction. I'm going to now do the back ones. The back ones are along on the same lines, so I don't have to project any more lines down. I can pick them on. I'm trying not to clutter up here. I'm just sort of lining things up. 12.7 and 11, 7. 7 is down this line here. So 7 is on that point. Number 8. Is on that one. Number 9 is on that one. And that's it. So the next part of the exercise is the surface development of the section of the roof, clearly showing the hole for the chimney. Now the chimney is going through, but this is the roof here. So what they're asking for is a development of that piece and that piece. So really what we're looking at is a true shape between there and there, and from there to there. And I'm going to draw it over in this position here, through that centre line. You just have to ignore that abatement line. So I'm going to draw this line here. And what I'm going to have to do is pick up the distance from that line outwards. Right. Line 6. Point 6 is on there, lines up with that plan, and it lines up with 12. And I'm going to label those 12, 6, so I've got 2 points. When I'm folding this out, that's sloping, and I'm going to fold it out. So the widths are still along the lines. So from the centre, point 6 is there, I need a distance out for this. And the distance out, the true distance between there and that line, can only come from this view measuring down the slope. So 5 from the datum line, which is centre line, so that gives us 0.5 there. 0.4 we know is going to be folded out along there. And the distance out for 4 showing the true distance from the apex to 4 So what we've done is we've drawn one side of the curve, and now we have to draw the other side. And that is what you'd expect. You see a short hole there and long there. And that just lets us finish it off by showing that that would be a line. That would be a line. And it will just show a break line on the roof. And that's the surface development finished.